everybody, it's me, Biliah the Sega Gamer, and we are about to start our new Let's Play Sonic CD for the Sega CD. But before we begin, enjoy this cutscene.
In heaven, still alive. Now you and me, we're going to have fun. Say, let's go. Hi, Excalibur. It's about that bar. What do you mean? Give me cake. We're going home. Side to door. Check it out, eh? You live alone. Leather lace, getting in place. What do you get? Let's say, fat jet. Zoom, room, cosmic zoom. That's up, Jay. Sonic boom. Sonic boy, yeah. Sonic boy, yeah. You are with me at the head, and you got the power to save the land.
Hello everybody, I hope you enjoyed this cutscene. As y'all know, I'm doing the Japanese version of this game. Sorry about the background noise a little, that's just my fan and I'm using the internal mic, so I apologize. But I am getting a mic soon, so yeah. Just to let you know, this Let's Play is post-commentary. And for one reason, I want to show off the Japanese version and the American version in terms of their soundtrack. But before we begin talking about the soundtrack, let's talk about the gameplay and story here. Now, the story, it's pretty much like a hybrid between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, per se. It's just simple. Sonic finds a lost planet called Little Planet, and he ends up running on these chains like you saw in the cutscene, and he realized that Dr. Robotink is controlling the planet and its environmental sources, and you know, you get the rest. But this time, the gimmick here is time travel. You see, if we go back into the past, before the planet got environmental, let's say, hurt, we can make it environmental friendly again. And to do this, we have to go all the way back to the past, destroy these robot generators, or if you don't want to go back to the past, you could just simply collect 50 rings like in Sonic 1 and pretty much collect the time stones, and I'll explain those once we I'll explain those once I get into a special stage, of course. And trust me, there was something, I guess. But these special stages are a little hit or miss. But we'll get to that later. As for Sonic's new moveset, he still has a spin dash, but he has a new move called the Super Peel Out. And with this move, it's much more faster with the spin dash, and Sonic, you know, like a Looney Tunes character, just runs up his feet and pretty much and you know, it's like the spin dash. He revs up his feet like a Looney Tunes character, and it's much more faster. And I use that move entirely. Why? Because to tell you the truth, even though the spin dash is there, its quick start is gone. What I mean by that, in Sonic 2, you can smash the A button all you want, but you can mash the A button all you want, and you get rapid speed. This, you gotta hold it and charge it, then you get rapid speed. What I usually like to do is use the super peel out. Then after that, I usually like to use the super peel out. Then after that, I press the down button. Not here, but you know, usually when I'm playing this game, of course. What's this? A pink hedgehog? Why? What the devil? Why is this pink hedgehog following us? Will you learn more of that in part 2? Oh boy, now time for the special stages. Here's a special stage that the Flash and Silver will either love or... I meant that the Flash or Quicksilver will either love or hate. And what's this, per se? It's a new gimmick of the special stage. You're in this Mode 7 3D-ish F-Zero stage, and your objective is to hit these UFOs. However, you gotta jump on UFOs before you land. That means adjusting your drop shadow at the same time. And let's just say the perspective does not work with Sonic indeed. Well, I guess the stage is sort of cool, cause not only the music, the Japanese version, is because it shows off what the Sega CD could do in terms of Mode 7 graphics, but yet again, Super Mario Kart came out during this year, and F-Zero, and that was on a cartridge. Also, I do apologize, one is on an emulator, one is on a console, and right here, this is the emulator one. To tell you the truth, usually when I play these stages, I usually just go after the robot generators because I know where most of them are. Not all of them, but most of them are. Some of them I do have to look at a walkthrough, so that's why it took me a little longer than expected in this when recording this post-commentated. But yeah, to tell you the truth, I just go after the robot generator, seeing how it's so much easier. But the only thing I hate about going after the robot generator is the level design. Oh yeah, believe it or not, even though... Okay, I will give Sonic CD one thing. The stages are not too long or not too short. They're at a medium length. Some zones of the stages are short, like Palm Tree Panic, Collision Chaos, and Quartz Quadrant, while some stages are long like Wacky Workbench, Tidal Tempest, and Stardust Speedway, and Metallic Madness. Even though some of the stages are, let's say, at a medium length, this game pretty much judges you to explore the landscape of the level design, and basically, when you explore the landscape of the level design, it pretty much, how should I say it? It pretty much encourages you to go back to these levels as replay value, which works, but it's executed poorly in this game. That's why I don't don't get me wrong, this is my second favorite Sonic game of all time, but it ain't the best in my opinion. And also, I find this game to be a tad bit overrated, but that's just me. That's just me, though. And you guys, just to let you know, this won't be the only Sega CD game I will be tackling, of course. I will be doing a couple good Sega CD games that you guys aren't looking for. You guys, I mean, there are good Sega CD exclusive made by Sega and other companies. You guys are not looking. Well, anyway, you saw the Japanese special stage, this is the American special stage. I should have cut it because you already saw this, but you know, you guys can hear the soundtrack and shit like that. I'll pretty much explain why when this game came overseas, the soundtrack has been changed. Oh, speaking of the soundtrack, technically this ain't the first Sonic game to have different music courses, but this is the first Sonic game to remix some of the music, not all the music. In Act 2, if you were playing either one, you still hear the overlying theme. Well, except during the third act, where you hear like a different remix of the theme. It sort of works in this game, but it'll be nice to have Act 2 to have its own music piece. Well, anyway, after you get all the robot generators, you pretty much, of course, create a good future. Unless you get all the time stones. And oh yeah, if you get a time stone, you don't turn supersonic, which is very disappointing. You get all the time stones, you get the sumundous ending, of course. Well, anyway, that's part 1 done. Stay tuned next time until I do part 2. Toodles.
If you're strong, you can fly, you can reach the other